everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Everyday Whiskey. I'm Dan.
And I'm Mike.
And I like the dreams of the future better than the history of the past. As said by Thomas Jefferson, trust me, I'm not that smart to come up with that cool of a quote. Quote's the word. But, Mike, what are we doing this week?
Alright, this week I figured we would feature Alberta Premium, but we can't do that without doing Whistle Pig, because here in the States, it's much easier for you guys to find Whistle Pig, who sources their bourbon, their rye.
Mostly.
Rye, not bourbon, their rye, from... Yep. Mostly from Alberta Premium. Additionally, there is some from MGP, Indiana, which we have discussed is still really good.
And also they distill their own whiskey in Vermont, too, in the Roadstock Rye, which is a blend of Vermont rye whiskey and the Alberta Premium Rye.
Yes.
Sorry, we did a shot before we started, and I'm still burping. All right, but, so, where was I going with this train of thought? I don't know, but that's what it is. So... we're doing the entire core lineup aside from the farm stock rye. So we're going 10-year, 15-year piggyback rye, roadstock rye, 12-year old world rye, and the Alberta Premium Rye, which the Alberta Premium
is the cask strength rye.
The cask strength rye. All right, which is relatively new to the state of New Jersey within the last year or so. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it in sell sheets.
I think
until
it
about
was
a year
first
ago.
Released all over the U.S. last year.
So
I think it's new. If again, you could correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah.
From the reviews I've already read, I believe it's new all around in the U.S.
And we apologize ahead of time that we don't have the Boss Hog to try. We didn't have $500 to spend on that bottle. Even if it is cool, I just don't imagine that being worth it.
Yeah, broke boys.
Broke boys. All right, we have a lot of whiskey to try and not a lot of time, so let's get this shindig on the road. We are going to start with the whiskey that started it all.
We're going to start by breaking shit.
I'm not drink, you're drunk. This Whistle Pig basically started in 2007. They purchased an old dairy farm, and they procured via Dave Pickerel. You might know the name from the Metallica whiskey, Blackened.
Yep.
Dave Pickerel found these old 10-year-old barrels of Canadian rye whiskey that were quote-unquote being extremely misused, and this was the first product they made, was a Whistle Pig 10-year rye.
Yes.
So, that's what we're going to start with.
Now, is this 10-year... This is not Vermont made. The 10 years sourced, right? The Canadian.
This is completely sourced.
Okay. So then this must be the Alberta.
Don't need that.
Or part of the Alberta.
Yeah. So this is probably if
I wonder if it says it on the bottle.
This is probably if not or totally Alberta Premium.
I don't know why I would say it on this.
I don't know. It's just a shooter.
Here we go. Little
itty bitty guy.
Usually they don't put where it's sourced on the bottle.
First off, not a very Canadian rye-esque nose. Yeah. Very, very grainy, very herbal.
I get a lot of caramel on this.
I get a little bit of caramel. We just had fried shrimp, so maybe I'm smelling my fingers.
There's that too.
But if you're going to try... Wow, that's a big rye.
Wow.
A lot of black pepper.
Big rye spice.
A lot of rye spice, a lot of black pepper, if not entirely black pepper to me.
Yeah, and it's very dry. It's
very dry.
Very dry.
It's not, This is I like it, but...
I do too. It actually, it's a nice clean finish, and I kind of don't mind that.
The one drawback to Whistle Pig is the price point. So your entry-level bottle will be the piggyback at around $40 to $45, which has been completely blown up by Barstool.
It has it really?
Yeah, Barstool is completely behind behind Whistle Pig and mostly the piggyback rye. Okay. They have canned cocktails out. They're really kind of trying to bolster
I didn't know
brand.
that. I don't follow Barstool that closely. I'm not a big sports guy. I kind of just watch it for the pizza reviews. But all right, truth be told. So, I do like that 10-year rye. I am going to go, however, due to the $75 to $80 price point, I'm going to say that's like a 6.8 out of 10. Yeah. I mean, I liked it. I mean, I'll do I like a 7, a solid 7.
Do you know how to put numbers on the screen yet?
Yeah, I can put numbers down.
Yeah, so maybe
want to give me my pen though, and then I'll keep track of this shit so I don't forget.
Yeah, here, write that down. 6.8 out of 10 for 10 year.
All right, 10
so,
year.
Maybe somewhere over one of us is ding.
Yeah, I'll put something.
All right,
6.8.
So the way we're doing this though is because these two are cask finished, and this is such a big rye. We're doing the 10 and the 15 first.
Yeah, we're going to go at a little... We like to taste things in accordance to how your palate will receive them.
Not in order of how you think.
Yeah, I did not explain that correctly. What I mean to say is we don't want to blow our palates out. We don't want to go with some heavy hitters.
It's how your mouth sees it.
Yeah, pretty much. We don't want to blow our palates out with the hard stuff, especially the Alberta Premium, which is going to be the main center point of this. So we're going to start with the lighter, delicate ones and work our way to the more intense, rough, and tough.
So now, this was...
Whiskeys.
sorry. So these are replicas of the bigger bottles. So they all look kind of the same.
Yeah, which is really cool if they do that.
So, this is the 15-year rye. Finished in... This is French oak barrels?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
So, very light.
Estate oak rye.
Estate oak rye.
Vermont oak finished.
Vermont oak finished.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry,
Vermont.
Correction. Thank you.
I liked it. I've never really looked at this label. This is a nice-ass label.
Yeah, they do a really good job with the packaging. No nose.
Mm-mm.
If anything, maybe a slight bit of... Maybe
I
a little
forgot
oak.
to do the nose. I kind of just went for it.
Have more.
Oh, yeah. You do have more. I love the little tiny corks. Little baby corks.
These are retailing over $200 a bottle now in New Jersey. So these are retailing, like I said, over $200 a bottle in New Jersey. So that we got to take that into account for this.
Yeah.
They do have one of the best variety packs for the 50s called the Piggyback. Or the pack of piglets. It's 3 50s. It's a 10, the 12, and the 15. And for $20, it's killer.
Yeah, and you can find that pretty regularly. They're not hard to find.
Out of stock now, but I think they will be bringing more in.
Especially come the holidays, a lot of times stuff like that, like they put a little more stock out because that could be like a gift pack type deal. But look out for the pack of piglets. It's worth the buy, and you get some really good samples out of that.
Yeah, there's nothing for me.
No, I don't.
It isn't really. I'm sorry, but this is like. Whoever likes this, I get it.
I get the oak out of it. It's like dry, woody.
Yeah, again, it's dry like the 10-year.
Spice,
again, but it has less flavor than the 10-year.
Yeah, it does. It's not impressive at all.
I think the extra 5 years is spent in the barrel, like obviously smooths it out, which we don't like saying smooth, but it is smooth.
And when I say it's not impressive, I don't mean it's like a letdown. It's just like there's nothing in there that's like really standing out. How like with the Balcones Red, I could taste dark coffee. Like there's nothing impressing me in there. It's still a very good whiskey.
It's very good.
Easy to drink. If you were to buy it for $200, you might be a little let down because it doesn't have a $200 palate, but like it's not bad.
I think there's somebody who's does not have a very developed, once again, does not have a crazy developed palate. Will think this is a $200 bottle because it doesn't taste like anything.
No.
And there's nothing very tangible to grab onto. So
I'm going 4 out of 10. I'm sorry.
I was going 4.7.
Okay.
4.7.
4.5. You want to round?
Yeah, 4.5 out of 10. 4.5 out of 10.
4.5.
Great whiskey, but drinking it, if you had me blindfolded, I'd say it's like $80.
Yeah. Now, do we know where this one's sourced from?
That should be all Alberta Premium.
This should all be Alberta.
Yeah, we'll do the research, but I'm pretty sure they mostly use Alberta Premium and MGP for their sourcing.
It is. Most of them are.
Okay, so next will be the Piggyback.
All right.
So this is what's in the Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
Yes.
Which we did
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save these scores and these notes. When I go home and when I do all the edits on this, I will put in the description which is from where Alberta, Indiana. I'll do my best to research to find out which one's which.
All right.
And we'll put that in below.
So the fun part about this one is it is 100% rye.
Yes.
At 96.55%.
96.56
proof. It's 100% rye.
Piggyback rye.
And this is the cheapest option you can get from Whistle Pig.
Hot distilled. I wonder if
this is $40 to $45.
100% rye. Does this one say where it's sourced?
No.
I was just wondering because Alberta. So one of the main things Alberta Premium and most Canadian ryes are known for is being 100% rye.
Yeah.
So I was curious if this was a sourced one, but again, it doesn't.
They all should.
I'm gonna look them all up.
They all should be 100% rye.
Yeah. I'm gonna look all these up so I could put in the comment section or in the description where each one's from.
That's like what Whistle Pig prides themselves on. They decided early on in this that they were going to be a rye whiskey distillery. They wanted to innovate rye whiskey. They wanted to bring an old school style of whiskey and bring it into the future. They want to... Whistle Pig's main goal is to innovate. And they ask themselves 3 questions every time when they're distilling a new whiskey. Like, basically is this working? How can we change this? Are we innovating?
Oh, right here. Import it from Canada. So this is going to be one of your Alberta Premiums.
This is Alberta Premium.
Produced by Alberta. It's not going to be their whiskey. It's going to be produced
Off the back, super herbaceous, very herbal nose.
So I wonder... Whichever one, bottled by, product of Canada, These are all product of Canada.
All right, this has some blended. This is some
This
Vermont.
is product of Canada. Okay, so I think they're all so far products of Canada.
This is blended with some Vermont, the actual estate whiskey.
Vermont, yeah.
Do you get thyme
on the nose? A little bit. Yes, a lot of it.
I get thyme.
I do get that. And
not thyme like, how long we've been living, but thyme like the seasoning. The stuff you put next to the steak in the pan.
I like to call it thyme.
Thyme?
Thyme.
Thyme. And it's Spain. Very nice. And especially for $40, this drinks really well.
It does drink really well.
If you're a rye whiskey fan, this is a really good introduction into Whistle Pig, honestly.
I gotta say, remember when I first wanted to buy this when we went to BSB, but instead I got the Willet Rye?
Yeah, I kind of wish we went with this.
I do. I mean, the Willet Rye, phenomenal
very
choice. Good. I just wasn't prepared to spend the kind of money that I had to spend on it, which wasn't bad. It's still like $70, but like... Yeah. I would have been happy with this for the 50, and they were like this is good.
It was in the lockbox too, and like this was like obviously this is their cocktail whiskey. This is what they promote, old fashions, whatever with it. But this is a great whiskey to have like on the rocks, neat, with with a Cold Stone or whatever, however you drink your whiskey.
Really good.
A little bit of water, which we're gonna test actually that out.
So we'll pull this out.
Pull that out.
We're gonna need that for another bottle.
All right, so for price point. This is the other end of the thing. It's not the best whiskey we've had so far.
No.
But I'm going to go 7.5.
I'm going to lock in right there with you. This is a solid bottle. I can't give it higher
7.5 out of 10. I think that's where that should be. It's got a little bit of a kick on it, so people who are not used to rye whiskey will probably think this is like very, very potent.
Yes.
But for you and me, I think this is like a real nice middle road.
Yes. And this is just coming to me now, and I don't know why. If you've made it this far, I apologize that we didn't do our research to figure out which bottle is which ahead of time. This was a very impromptu episode. We had something else lined up.
But some stuff happened.
It fell through last minute, so again, we apologize. I know it's not very professional, but we're not a professional channel anyway.
Exactly, we don't get paid to do this. Anyway. So hopefully next week, that thing we didn't do this week, we'll do next week. All right. So we have already done an episode on the Whistle Pig Roadstock Rye.
Yes.
Coolest bottle they make. It's the cork topper is a tire.
Yeah, that's all rubber.
This is all rubber.
Real cool.
All right, but Mike, you can put the hyperlink up here for the episode. We're not going to describe anything about the episode. We're not going to go into the details. You got to watch the other episode.
Yes. I believe we have some of the other... We might have all of these on the other episode also, but whatever. We're redoing it because... it's fun. Yeah. Jinx. All right. So this is like to date. Personally, I've had all this. I think this is my favorite whiskey they make. Oh, I get pancakes.
So this is a 3-year Vermont rye blended with an NAS Canadian rye.
Pancakes.
This is pancakes and syrup. Hey, this is maple syrup.
I'm not making a Canada Vermont joke. Like, this is pancakes.
It smells like pancakes. This is the best nose out of anything they make.
Nose is a 10 out of 10. Like, right off the bat.
Yeah, so maybe we should average out the nose and the palate, and then that's our score.
We could.
One sip, everybody knows the rules.
Hold on. We did 10 year, 15. We did piggyback.
Yeah.
Which one? We're on the whistle.
Roadstock.
We're on Roadstock now.
We're gonna go?
Yeah.
There's no other way to describe it but freaking pancakes and syrup.
Pancakes, dude. Like, it's pancakes. I love this.
God, it's good. It's got this nice sweetness that like just goes all the way through the palate. It's really well balanced.
Do they maple syrup age this at all?
No, it's not. It's not.
It's just finished on the road. That's it.
It's just finished in Jordan cab barrels.
So it goes from Vermont to LA and back.
Yeah. So it's aged in a truck. You got to watch the episode. We're not. It's. This took 10 minutes alone to like kind of go through it. Yeah. So we're not doing that again. This is pancakes. So good. Especially because this is only $70 to $75. Not only. I'm sorry. I'm not. Yeah. But for how this tastes, it's $75. It's way better than the 15 year.
It is.
And that's a $200 bottle.
I'm gonna lock in. I'm already just gonna come out the gate with an 8.
I'm going 8. We'll do. God. I'm going 9.
All right,
9,
so 8.5.
8.5. I'm going 9. This bottle is very close to perfect to me.
Yeah.
Just because the only thing I could say, not even for me, but someone saying it may perhaps be a little too sweet. That's the only thing I could say.
Okay, I wanna elaborate on that. I think someone who is a seasoned rye drinker might say it's too sweet for a rye.
Yeah. That's it.
Me overall, I think it's a perfect sweetness.
I think it's perfectly balanced.
I think it's great.
But all right, so here's the first bottle I ever bought from Whistle Pig. Was a 12 year. It came in hot.
Mm-hmm.
So This is the 12-year Old World Rye. I gotta read this because it's cast finishes thing are crazy. This bottle is now roughly retails in NJ for around $120 to $130.
Yeah.
So it is finished. It's 12-year Canadian rye. So 12-year Alberta Premium Rye. Finished in Madeira, Sauterne, Port, and American Oak.
Damn. So now they're playing a dangerous game right now. You're mixing a lot of casks in there. Some of those being white wine casks, which are very easy. Hold on, some of those are very easy to overcome one. Like the port, and there's sherry too. Is there sherry or is it a port?
No, it's Sauterne.
I think the port could very easily overshadow the Sauterne.
But the Sauterne is so sweet, though. We've seen it with the Jeffersons, where sometimes the Sauterne can go too far. I will tell you that these are probably the most ergonomic bottles ever.
They are pretty cool.
Just holding one of these bottles is very satisfying.
Because they're thin. They got a nice thin profile.
As a retailer, they're a pitch to cut in on the shelf.
Oh, they're terrible.
Because they're basically as wide as a mag.
Dude, I remember at one point we had them like this going down the.
Yeah,
you gotta
that would give me.
They're just wide, so wide. What?
So wide. So wide. Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Amazing nose.
I'm still getting pancakes from the other one on the nose.
This has an amazing nose. It's just once you go from Roadstock to this, everything else is dumbed down.
We probably should have switched these two.
We probably should have switched them. I didn't even think about that. I didn't either. I was thinking about all the cast finishes that are in this, and this is only cab. So I was like...
I know.
So the fact that this only is one cast finish, and they got the flavor out of it... Right, it's very good, though. It's
I feel like
a little cinnamon...
I feel like on the finish, you get that light and delicateness of the Sauterne.
You get the sweetness, but up front, you get this nice little funky cinnamon from the rye and the sherry and the port.
Yeah, you get some interesting... This has a lot of diversity in it.
Yeah, I that's why I love this bottle. It's since gone way up in price, but it's just, you can't replicate the palate on this.
No.
Like, this is a very, very, very good palate and very, like, nice sweetness, well-balanced, but this is just, like, elegant. You trying it again as a fresh glass?
No, we're going to get fresh ones for the Alberta.
This is a very elegant whiskey. And, like, if you got $130 you don't have to deal with and you don't care about, I would buy this.
Yeah. Ugh. So we're going to make some room here again. Kinda. I'm going to keep the Alberta out of the box when we unbox it.
Yeah, it's just good. It's clean. It's easy drinking. It's got good tangible flavors that you can kind of pick out layer by layer.
You can pick them out. I don't know. Layer by layer is a little hard. I mean, you got to be very, very, very we can pick them out layer by layer. I don't know if your average person will. I'd say you can pick out multiple layers, but maybe not each one. Like
that Sauterne does stand out, even though it's a white wine cast. The Sauterne really pulls out. You get that like really rich vanilla note from the Sauterne.
But I get it at the end. Like it finishes clean and crisp like a white wine.
Think of like earthy vanilla.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd to say that, but like earthy vanilla, I guess.
Yeah.
So score you.
I'm gonna give this one a 7.5.
I'm with that. I think that's fair. I'm with 7.5.
So that's right on with the. What the hell did I write? The Piggy Peak? I meant to write Piggyback.
Piggy Peak.
I don't know why I wrote
Stinky Pete.
Yeah.
Here, let's wash our glasses out too. Just so
I got us new ones.
Oh yeah.
So we're just gonna go flat 7.5 on that. All right. Now,
is there anything else with a 7.5?
Yeah, the Piggyback.
Let's go 7.6 on the 12-year, just because I feel like it has to beat the Piggyback by
Okay.
To me, it has to beat the Piggyback. Like we can't just like say it's not.
We can.
Yeah. All right.
Now for the Coup de Grace.
That makes it a little petty, but I've never had this. Mike has had this.
I tried it. I couldn't resist.
He showed me one thing with this bottle that fucking irks me.
Yeah, I gotta say, I might have to. I'm not gonna knock points off for it, but
I'm dinging like 0.1.
I was very surprised at this. I'm gonna hide it.
And it's something that I like. If you watch our Maker's Mark episode, I kind of lost it on it because when you have a cask strength bourbon and it's got you'll see it.
So this
is a phenomenal bottle. It's so
awesome
cool.
Bottle. Very pretty bottle. It reminds me of a grenade, kinda, but
fucking twist top.
It's a twist off.
It's a fucking twist top.
Which I was not expecting. I even picked this up at the store. I took it out of the box.
Dude, that's like having a Jaguar and then putting a freaking deer skull on the front of the hood. Like, Why?
I didn't know it was because this is all wrapped and sealed. Like,
dude, come on. Like,
I don't know.
It's even like the 12-year Weller having a twist top.
Weird.
Like, I hate this. It's
okay.
It's a $100 bottle.
All right. Well, so
you didn't pay that. Don't say what you paid.
I didn't pay that.
You got
I got it for a good.
You got a
good
stupid deal on it that we're not gonna advertise.
Let's
go with $85.
Yeah.
It
was on the shelf for $85.
Twist top.
I'm gonna justify the twist off right now, and allegedly,
I want to hear this
from my research and what I've done. I think in Canada you can get this for like $40. Like it's not an expensive.
So
bottle.
are we just paying a weird import tax?
I think.
Fee?
We're not paying a weird. We do get taxed on stuff.
Yeah.
We are definitely paying import fees, and that altogether raises the price of products. So I think that's why, because in Canada, this stuff is not as...
It is the most simple label.
It is.
There's nothing like here. I don't know if anybody can you can do the zoomy thing.
Yeah, I'll try that. It's simple but beautiful.
All right.
But in Canada, it's a pretty regular... Like, you can find it. It's more rare here than it is there.
Yeah.
And I think...
This bottle's
That's
awesome.
got it. I think that's why it has the twisty. But anyway...
Yeah, you spend all the money on the bottle.
So this is Alberta Premium. This is their cash strength. It clocks in at 63%, which is 120... what's 63?
0.7, it's 127.4.
127.4 proof.
Yeah.
So it's pretty high up there. They do have a regular one that's not cash strength, but a little bit about this, they use
go big or go home.
Yeah, they use locally grown rye from Canada. It produces a very unique taste, according to them. I haven't had to. We're not very well versed in Canada. This is the one category we kind of lack, but we also don't get a lot of.
Listen,
Canada
pig is
here.
the closest thing I have.
Yeah. They do use glacier water from, and don't quote me on this, but from my research,
Antarctica.
Again, no, the Rocky Mountains.
Fuck.
Yes. Which I didn't even know ran through Canada, but I'm bad at geography, so whoopsies. And they age them in new charred oak casks, and they allow them mellow to deliver a result that's truly unique and full of character. That's just what it says in the box. This is a no-age statement. However, again, my research, critique me on it in the comments if you want. My research yielded that last year's edition, which is where, if you look this up, you're mainly going to get all the last year's renditions and the 66% proof one and stuff. It's no age statement, but allegedly it's 5+ years.
Okay.
So that's not bad. That's more than enough time in cask. No added colors, none of that stuff. This is straight from the cask, new charred oak. A little bit of other information I found out. Alberta Premium has been owned by Beam Suntory since the 80s. They've been distilling since 46 though, so they've been around for quite some time. They are a well-established Canadian distillery out of Calgary. 100% Canadian rye.
This is
and this was... Okay.
Sacrilege.
This was actually named World Whiskey of the Year by Jim Murray and his Jim
That's
Murray
a big
Whiskey
deal.
Bottle for 2021.
Same guy who named Garrison Brothers and Balcones two of the best bourbons he's ever had.
Yeah, so this has reputation. On top of that reputation, when it did come to
Any shot that cap is anywhere near you?
It's over here, yeah. When it did come to the U.S., it won double gold in San Francisco, gold in something else. It's won so many awards. I probably should have wrote more of those down, but it's won a ton of awards, so it's got a reputation behind it, and that's why we are proud to feature it here.
Holy God!
It's got a nose.
Right.
Okay.
Jesus.
So again, one of the other things I found the
massive nose.
It's got a big nose.
This is like black. It's like black currant and pepper. Like it's black raspberries and pepper. It's crazy.
Yeah. Now you're not going to get your traditional rye spices from this, which I didn't myself.
You get some like herbal notes. You get that little bit of dill weed that you get out of like this
little bit
like shiny citrusy dill weed you get out of most like MGP and Canadian ryes.
The dill comes more through on the palate, though.
But then you get that freaking thyme note again we got in this guy.
So one review I watched, I really wish I remembered which channel I saw. They basically compared it to like going through your spice cabinet. Like it nails all of them.
I got peppercorn, I got thyme, I got dill weed. Like, I got a lot of stuff going on in the nose here.
Your allspice. Baking spice, just everything in your grandma's spice.
Not any allspice. I'd say clove. I think clove.
I do get clove.
I don't get allspice.
No,
because allspice I always confuse with cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I get clove more.
Mm. Oh, spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Spicy water.
I got a lot of sweetness though. Jim.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing with this is it's like I do know is money. It's like initially it's like tingly on your tongue and it kicks.
It's very tingly. You get a lot of rye
and then
spice.
it's just like straight up sugar.
Yeah.
It's straight up sweetness.
This drinks, for being 63%, it drinks surprisingly easy though. It's not like Coy Hill at all.
It's very intimidating up front, and then it completely relaxes.
Yeah.
And it's very nice.
It comes in swinging, but it really, it's not that bad.
Little drop of water.
We need to do the water. Another review that I was reading, and I read all these reviews not prior to the episode. I read them prior to purchasing the bottle just to make sure I was comfortable spending the money. So on robreport.com, a gentleman by the name of Jonah Flicker wrote the report on Alberta Premium, and he says to add water. He's like me. He doesn't like to add water to his, so
I only do it.
I can trust this.
I only add water if it's cask strength. Because I just like
this.
I like to taste it when you bring it down to really get down to the bare bones of it.
Apparently, the water brings out a lot more flavors.
So the nose not completely changes, but it definitely dials back the nose a little bit, but it also opens up. Now you get like on the nose, I'm starting to get more of those chocolate notes.
Ooh.
I'm still like
I get a lot more honey, brown sugar, honey, a little bit more oak. It definitely different palate.
Whoa, holy shit.
It changes a lot with the water.
Honey and chocolate. No, I get honey and chocolate. I don't get as sweet as brown sugar. Mm-hmm. I get honey and chocolate.
Yeah, I think chocolate's a fair, like cocoa.
Yeah, that's really nice. The water does help.
It opens up a lot.
I do like this, but out of the lot, it's not even close to my favorite. That Roadstock.
Having a hard time with that Roadstock.
That Roadstock is so freaking good. And I know I've said fuck like 80 times so far, so it doesn't matter if I censor myself now, but the twist off irked me.
That water, though.
It's unnecessary.
The water does it justice.
Just get a cork.
This is my first time trying it with the water, by the way.
It's like, this is straight up clove now in the nose.
Yeah.
Like straight, like, I don't know if yours smells the same as mine, but it just smells like clove.
A little bit. Yep. And it's warm. I mean, you get all those spices.
Really cinnamony, really yeah.
You get that warmth in there.
I think the way to go with this is the water. I think
it is.
I think neat, it's a bit rough.
But you gotta admit, dude, for 63%, like that
for 63, I agree. It drinks exceptionally well for that proof.
I was imagining pain. Like, we've seen with the Coy Hill, like, now granted, the Coy Hill's 71%. That's like almost...
that on fire.
That's a whole, like, 8% more, I think. Quick math.
Yeah, but still, that's, you know, but it's also distilling processes, everything else, mash bill.
Yeah.
That has way more to do with it than this. Like, this is... High-proof ryes drink smoother than high-proof
They're
bourbons.
just spicy.
It's just...
You just get a lot of that pepper.
Yeah, if you don't mind pepper, you can get through a cask strength rye any day of the week. But, brass tacks, your score... And
my score?
I can't go higher than I can't...
I like 8 for this. I'm good. I really enjoy this.
God, fuck you.
I'm sorry. I enjoy it.
All right, so I'm going 7-2, so let's call it 7-7.
7-7?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
7-7 with water. All right, Ashley, 7-7 with water.
With water.
Without water, I'd say a flat 7.
So 7.5 without water, because
Yeah.
I like it.
All right,
overall.
7.5 without water.
All right, guys. Sorry, real quick, we might have just cut off there.
We hit a limit.
Yeah, camera has a 30-minute recording limit. I had a feeling we were going to hit that. Luckily, we made it through 99.5% of the episode.
Exactly.
So we just wanted to end with, again, we thought the Roadstock Rye was the best buy for the Whistle Pig / Alberta Premium
For price
products.
and palate, best buy is the Roadstock Rye.
We have it right back there.
Right
yeah, we kind of packed everything up until I realized this. But yeah, so definitely that Roadstock Rye, phenomenal. The Alberta Premium, also really good. That came in at our next highest, so that was our runner-up. Again, that's all going to be in the segments prior. So we just wanted to apologize and do a real quick summary for that cutoff right there. I'm going to stitch these all together. But with that, have a good night.
Drink responsibly.
Cheers.